All right, this video is going to be about how to approach SEO for your law firm or knowledge-based services business. Jotted down a few concepts in this little scrapbook here. Keep watching to find out a little bit more about how to do SEO properly and a few different concepts that you should be considering when you are doing an SEO strategy. Yeah, let's just get started. Okay, let's start off with a few indisputable facts. Firstly, is that your business's backbone are clients. You need to get leads and clients to your business in order for you to survive and to provide services that you provide, right? Easy. Secondly, is that your leads will be going to Google to find solutions to their problems, okay? This is undisputable, okay? That's just how the world works. Everyone goes to Google to find solutions to their problems, right? And number three is that they'll be hiring someone that they can find with the most amount of credibility. Credibility could mean anything like experience, knowledge, industry profile, as well as the value that they provide. Okay, so let's just agree that on these three indisputable facts. Next, when your leads go to Google to find solutions to their problems, they'll be split into two main categories. What I've drawn here is a traditional sales funnel, right? I'm sure you've heard of it. The first type of lead that'll be going to Google are the ones that we call the top of funnel. These are the colder leads. These are the ones that are trying to get educated, right? The problem that they're trying to solve when they go to Google is the fact that they don't know information that they need to know. Okay, so that's the problem that they're trying to solve when they go to Google. The type of search queries they'll be Googling would be something like, what should I do when I'm going to go bankrupt? Or what should I do when I've been falsely accused of crime? Or what considerations should I have when I start a business, right? Educational content, right? Those are the queries that indicate that they're trying to get educated about something that they don't currently know about. Okay, so that's the first type of lead. The second type of lead are the bottom of the funnel, right? So down here, these are the people who are ready to hire, and the problem that they're trying to solve is that they don't know who to hire. They don't know who to give their money to. So what kind of search queries would that look like? It'll look like something like best lawyers near me, or criminal lawyer near me, or 24/7 criminal lawyer, right? Or criminal lawyer in Perth. Whatever it is, but these are the bottom type, these are the bottom of the funnel type of leads who are looking to solve a problem of they don't know who to hire. With your SEO strategy, you need to target both of these leads, okay? Most people target the bottom of the funnel leads, either because they just do it inadvertently or because they think that this is where this is where all the money is made, right? All the leads who are ready to hire, they should target those guys because it's more likely that they'll because it's most likely that the leads at the bottom of the funnel will be giving their money to someone. So they target these guys, right? It makes sense. Issue is, this is so competitive down here, right? You're not just competing with other competitors who have the same idea as you. You're competing with people who are paying, right? Google for Google Ads to end up at the top of the page for these bottom of the funnel search queries. When we do Google Ads, right? We'll be targeting keywords that are most likely to lead to a lead becoming a client by paying money, right? So Google Ads will be targeting search queries like lawyers near me or lawyers in Sydney or best lawyers here and that, right? You also need to target the top of funnel leads. This is super important for your SEO. How do you target these type of leads, right? Well, we know that the problem that the top of funnel leads are trying to solve is the fact that they don't know information that they need to know. You should solve that problem. You should give them the information that they don't know, but they need to know, right? You should be creating content like guides, how-to articles, explainers, industry news, that type of stuff. No sales pitch involved. You're purely solving this problem of the fact that they don't know information. You need to solve that problem by giving them the information that they need, right? I mean, this can be done poorly by a lot of law firms and a lot of businesses where they write really crappy articles, right? In which case, don't bother writing them at all. You should hopefully be doing this right. You should be writing really good guides. You should be writing really good how-to articles. You should be writing really good explainers that explain the information in a really easy to understand manner. Right. So one of my previous videos, this is how I teach you how to write this content to target the leads who are top of funnel, right? And then with the bottom of the funnel leads, the type of content you should provide, that you should publish would be services pages, home pages, geolocation specific pages. There's not a lot that you could target here. It's narrowed down at the bottom of the funnel. So there's not much that you can provide. The top of the funnel is larger, right? And that means there's a larger scope of type of articles and content that you should be providing. So at the bottom of the funnel, you're trying to solve the problem of the lead not knowing who to give their money to. You should solve that problem by telling them why they should hire you instead. And that's why with service pages, you list the different types of services that you provide. In the landing pages, you could have, your Google review carousel and a few testimonials and how cheap you are or how great value you are or how much of an expert you are, right? That's the type of information they should be providing in your service pages, landing pages, and your home pages and geolocation specific page. Okay, so that's I could end the video right here, right, and say that is your SEO strategy. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's just turn this funnel upside down, right? So now we're turning it upside down into a pyramid. So now the top of the funnel is at the bottom, and the bottom of the funnel is at the top. So really, it's the top of the pyramid, bottom of the pyramid. Okay. What's really important to know is a lot of competitors in the legal space, a lot of competitors in other service-based industries, a lot of competitors in knowledge-based industries, is they just have they have a homepage with a few services pages, and that's it, right? They barely put any effort into the top of funnel educational content. That is a massive mistake that you can leverage and outdo them in your SEO strategy. What do I mean by that? Well, when we're talking about a funnel, I don't like the fact that this is called a funnel, right? With a funnel, when we think about an actual funnel and when you're pouring water at the top of the funnel, it's guaranteed that the water will be landing at the bottom of the funnel, right? Because of the nature of gravity. That can't be said with a sales funnel, right? You have leads at the top of the funnel. That doesn't guarantee that they'll be going down to the bottom of the funnel and purchasing from you, right? And so I don't like that mentality of this being a funnel. I don't like that it's pointing downwards. It should be a pyramid. It should be a pyramid here. When we flip it upside down, we'll have the top of the funnel leads at the bottom. And so you should be creating content that targets the top of the funnel leads by providing them educational value, guides, how to, solving the problem that they don't know, information that they need to know. Okay. You need to build as much of a wider base as you can in order for your top of the pyramid or bottom of the funnel pages to actually work, right? So the broader the base, the more stable the pyramid, right? The higher the pyramid you can go, meaning the higher that your ask can be, the bigger your ask. You can ask for more money, you can ask for more commitment, you can ask to provide less service for the same amount of money as someone else who's providing more services, right? But the more credibility you provide with more top of the funnel educational content targeting these top of funnel colder leads, the more and wider this base is, the higher your pyramid can go, meaning you can ask for more, you can charge for more, but not only that, you'll succeed more in actually converting those leads at the bottom of the funnel, at the top of the pyramid. You'll succeed more frequently in converting them to actual leads. Let's have a look at these 4 pyramids that I had drawn here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Each pyramid has a different width base, right? This pyramid here has the largest base. This pyramid on the left has the narrowest base. The base represents the credibility, right? So don't look at this. Don't look at the text here yet. Don't look at the text at the top and the bottom. Just look at the pyramid. The narrower the base, meaning the less credibility they have. The larger the base, meaning the more credibility that they have. And the credibility in SEO terms for your business would mean more top of the funnel educational content. The more content that you provide, the more educational value that you provide your leads, the broader your base, the more credible you are in your expertise and knowledge, right? Think about it as an example. You have one law firm here, law firm A, that publishes every day, every week. They publish really good, high quality content that educates their leads on how to immigrate to Australia, right? They respond to every blog comment, they respond to every Facebook comment, they respond to every YouTube comment. They provide all this value, they're educating them, and so they have a base that's just say this wide, okay? And then you have law firm B here. They don't really provide that much value at all, right? They just have a homepage, they have a service page, and a contact us page. Their credibility online is going to be a lot less than law firm A because they haven't demonstrated the credibility online yet. Yes, both law firms could have the same amount of experience. In reality, right? Both law firms could have law firm principals that went to the same law school, that went to the same, that they got the same experience at the same law firm. But what matters in SEO is the established credibility online. When you're trying to execute your SEO strategy, you need to build as much credibility as you can in order for you to more successfully convert leads into clients. Right? Let's think of another example. You're gonna want to hire a vet who has 10 years, 15 years of experience operating in intense conditions, helping the most vulnerable pets with the most dangerous and risky, surgeries. You're gonna want to hire them as opposed to a new graduate from a vet school who hasn't done anything, and they probably just they haven't done any surgeries at all, right? So it's the same thing with your leads on Google trying to figure out who to hire, right? They're going to want to hire someone with a bigger base of credibility, okay? So when we're looking at these four pyramids, the narrower the base, the less credible you are, the less experienced, and the less knowledgeable that you have established online, and the wider the base, the more credible, the more knowledge, the more experience that you have established online. You'll notice here that each of these pyramids have the same height, and the height represents the ask, right? Theoretically, each of these law firms can ask for the same amount of money, right? This law firm here, which doesn't have as much credibility online, they could ask for $1,000 an hour. Same thing with this law firm here, where they have established a lot of credibility online. They have a great YouTube channel. They have a blog that's been running for 7 years, educating everyone and their industry leaders. They could be asking for the same amount as well, $1,000 an hour. But your client will be hiring the person with more credibility, right? That's what determines that's the difference between these four pyramids. Is the more credible you are, the more likelihood that they will get the lead, as opposed to this narrow pyramid, this less established credibility law firm. In reality, in SEO terms, when you have less credibility, it really means you have to ask for less, right? You have to be cheaper than the next competitor, because the next competitor has more credibility than you, right? Compared to this one and then that one, right? So you'll see here, this is the reality, okay? So the bigger the base, the more you can ask. The narrower the base, the less you can ask. That's just the reality. Unless you get lucky and you have someone who doesn't care about credibility of the professional that they're trying to hire at all, then perhaps you might get lucky and you can actually ask for the same amount and get hired than compared to a law firm that has more credibility online. Again, I need to reiterate that this credibility is not your actual credibility. It doesn't represent your actual knowledge and expertise in this area. This is about the established credibility online, right? We're talking about SEO strategy, which is online. So we're talking about trying to use SEO to establish as much credibility as you can in order to have a better likelihood of asking and converting leads into clients at the rate that you asking them to pay you at. Okay, so that's a big tangent. I don't like the traditional sales funnel because it fully neglects the fact that the educational articles, the credibility, is what builds up to you being able to successfully convert leads into clients with your bottom of the funnel or top of the pyramid type of content, your service pages and landing page. Okay, so I need to really drill into your minds that these educational articles are super important. These are so much more important than your bottom of the funnel service pages, landing pages, and all that. This takes more effort. Clearly, this takes more effort, right? You need to write more articles. You need to write more content. But that's the only way to establish a bigger base. Let me go to the next concept. The next one is, let me just draw it here. We've got the y-axis and the x-axis. Okay. This is the golden zone, right? This is where you want to be for your SEO. If you can end up being here, you'll probably be on rank 1. Page 1, you'll probably get half all the traffic of all the people searching for that search result, for that search query, okay? This is a golden zone. This place here is your established credibility, okay? This is the x-axis, and this represents your established credibility. The y-axis represents your opportunity to be seen. So, opportunity to be seen, okay? This is a golden zone where if you end up here, you'll be ranked number 1. Okay, so how do you establish credibility? Well, you could offer one-on-one initial consultations with the lead to contact you, right? So it could be option number 1 is one-on-one consults. And in those consultations on the phone or over email or over Zoom, you establish your credibility with that lead. With this method, with the one-on-one method, you will establish credibility. You will, right? And so you will establish credibility. But if you keep doing one-on-one consultations, your credibility will increase. Your established credibility will increase. But your opportunity to be seen will be low because you're doing one-on-one consultations, right? You're not doing one-to-many. So that's the second method to establish credibility, is the one-to-many. One-to-many. And this is a concept from Alex Hormozi. One-to-many I guess you could say consultations, but it could be webinars, right? It could be webinars, videos, or it could be as simple as articles, right? Blog articles. With one-to-many, yes, you're establishing credibility, but you're also increasing the opportunity to be seen, right? So this is how you get to the golden zone in order to rank number one with SEO. You have to do one-to-many. You can't do the one-to-one consultation. One-to-one consultations, it's very unlikely that your credibility will actually be seen by other leads who you haven't been talking to, because you've only been talking to one-on-one leads, right? So you got to do one-to-many. And one-to-many meaning you got to write articles, you got to make videos, you got to make Facebook posts that educate your leads to establish your credibility. And by doing that, you're increasing the opportunity to be seen. You're increasing the opportunity for your credibility to be established among many people's eyes, not just with one person on a one-on-one consultation. By looking at this, this should be your SEO strategy for your law firm or for your other knowledge-based type of business. So that's how you that's how you establish your credibility, right? You could do one-to-one consults, or you could do one-to-many type of content. If you do one-to-one consults, yes, you'll increase your credibility, but your opportunity to be seen will be very low, right? But don't go the other way. You don't want to end up like this. You don't want to end up here, okay? Where you have a lot of opportunity to be seen, but your credibility hasn't been established. So how do you end up like this? Don't make this mistake, right? But what's the mistake that ends up being here? It will be something like, I'm not saying Google Ads is a bad thing, but it could be Google Ads, where you are paying to get people to see you. Just Google Ads. You're paying for people to see you. You're paying to be at the top of the page, right? That doesn't, yes, a lot of people will see you. Your opportunity to be seen will increase, but that doesn't, Google Ads aren't as optimized to establish your credibility, right? Think about it. With Google Ads, you need to have a landing page that's succinct and quick, that can establish as much credibility as you can in one page, right? That is the point of Google Ads. That's how Google Ads work best, is if you can have one page, no distractions, no menu or anything. It's just bam, there, just gives you as much credibility as you can in order to convert that lead into calling you or into hiring you. What's another mistake that people make, where they try to increase the opportunity to be seen but does not establish a credibility, is pumping out bad articles, to put it bluntly. Pumping out bad articles and content, to put it bluntly. What does that look like? It means one example is using AI to write as many articles as you can to publish it. Yes, you have more opportunity to be seen because you're putting out 10 articles a day, but you're not establishing any credibility because those articles are crap. Those articles aren't providing actual value. They're not actually solving the problem of the people that you're trying to target with those articles. And we've all seen these type of articles before. I've done a breakdown previously in one of my videos of a type of article that is not very good. It doesn't solve the problem of the lead not knowing information, right? That's an example. Another example would be putting minimal effort into writing articles, right? And again, for lawyers are time poor, right? Time is expensive, and so you perhaps don't have as much time to actually write an article that's well formatted, that's easy to read, that gives a good blog reading experience to these top of funnel leads, right? You don't have time to do that. And so you pump out articles that's bad, hard to read, can probably done better, right? Yes, you're increasing the opportunity to be seen by putting those articles out, but you're not establishing your credibility because those articles aren't they're not actually solving the problem of the people you're trying to target here, right? With the top of funnel people, with the top of funnel leads. So what's your strategy? So what's your strategy for your SEO? It really is trying to establish as much of your credibility as you can, right? Establish as much of your credibility as you can, but doing it in high volume. So you need to write a lot of good quality articles in order to be seen, in order to be in this golden zone. That's the realistic experience of SEO for a law firm or for any other knowledge-based service business, is you need to solve as many of these problems as you can, as many of the top of funnel problems as you can. And I said as many of, right? It's not just writing one article a month and expecting for you to rank highly on the first page or anything. You need to write, 10, 15, 20 articles a month if you have the budget or the time. That's what you got to do. You got to do it as many times as you can, providing the best articles as you can in order to build as big of a base as you can, in order to support your bottom of the funnel, top of the pyramid sales pitch pages like a service pages, landing pages, and geo pages. And this is how Google thinks of it as well. In Google's terms, they call it topical authority, right? With one of our clients, they got their services pages to rank number one on Google after 6 months. That page was ranking on the third page of Google when they first hired us. How did they get their services pages, right, their bottom of the funnel pages, the top of the pyramid pages to rank number one? By establishing authority, by establishing topical authority in Google's eyes. What's topical authority? It's essentially an indicator to Google that this search result or this law firm knows their stuff. They are an expert in this topic. They are an authority in this topic, right? And how did we do that? By building a massive base, by building a massive insights library of really, really good articles that help continuously solve these problems of the top of the funnel, or the bottom of the pyramid type of leads. And how do we do that? We build a insights library that consistently and on a regular basis do this as many times as possible on a recurring basis, right? Running as many high quality guides, how-to articles, explainers, industry news, breakdowns of law and case studies. We do that as many times as we can, and the only way to do that is by writing good quality articles on a frequent, high volume basis. That really is how your SEO strategy should be for your law firm or your knowledge-based services business. It's not about backlinks, right? It's not about internal linking. It's not about guest posting. It really is trying to solve this problem here as many times as you can in order to build a bigger base, in order for your bottom of the funnel or top of the pyramid pages to convert more leads into clients. That's it. That's how you do SEO for your law firm or knowledge-based service business. Keeping it simple. All you have to do is just keep solving problems of your leads until they see that you've solved it so many times, they're going to want to hire you and give you money instead. Don't overcomplicate it. If there's any questions, just let me know down below in the comments. I read and respond to every single one. And in the future videos, I'll make sure my drawings are a little bit better. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.